Now, I want to talk about that really quick. If you wanted to open a McDonald's franchise, what would be some of the first things you would do?
Money. Or do.
You what?
You have to have money.
You have to have a lot of money, right? What else would you do? I'm sorry? You have to find the location, right? What else? Actually, you're given a location. You don't get that much choice in that. Not anymore. What else? You go to training, right? What else would you do? Well, the first thing you have to do if you're going to own a McDonald's, you have to make a decision to own a McDonald's. Am I right?
Yep.
How many would spend $1 million just to try it out and see if it's going to work? Oh, let me throw $1 million in and see if this will work for me. See, that's the mindset that a lot of people come into this business is that they're going to just try it out and see what's going to happen. So the first thing you have to do, and I hope today that you've all made that decision this weekend, is that you've made a decision that you're going to build this business. And does the decision last a week? How about a month? When the times get challenging? Now see, once you've made a decision to build the business, you're going to stick it out until you succeed. And that's the mindset that you have to have, is that you're going to build this business no matter what. So the first thing you want to do is you want to make that decision. And then what we're going to go through now is the 7 steps. I'm going to give you these 7 basic steps. I have a lot of different steps. This thing called the 10 steps to success. And I can talk to any successful person in the industry of network marketing, and they do these 10 steps. Because of time, I don't have the time to go through them, but I'm going to give you one of the steps, which is actually step 9. Because I promise you, the first thing I was going to do is teach you how to restart your business, and at the same time, teach you how to restart the new business of a new person. So I'm going to go through these 7 steps, which is actually one of the 10 steps. Now, these 10 steps we're putting in a training system back in Orange County, and we'll have it available for anyone who wants to participate. But the steps that we're going to go through, I call it the MAP, M-A-P. And I call it the Massive Action Plan. That's what it is. It's a massive action plan to help you go from where you are to where you want to be in the business. Now, step 1, I think Ginger mentioned it a little bit. I'll go into a little bit more depth on it, is that you have to know why you're here and where you're going. If you're going to get into a business, and the one thing you have to look at is that this is a business. I mentioned McDonald's a little while ago. Going to McDonald's right now is about, what, $1 million, $1.5 million or something like that? How long will it take for you to make a profit in McDonald's if you bought a $1 million business? How long will it take? 5 years? That's about right? For $1 million? That's about right. So you spend $1 million, it takes you 5 years to make a profit. Did you know that if you open a McDonald's, you have to go to McDonald's or Hamburger University?
Yeah.
It's like 2 years you got to go through training to learn how to flip hamburgers and make french fries, right? And you have to do it on your own dime. So for almost 2 years, you have to go to training to learn how to do that. So you spend $1 million, you go to 2 years worth of training to learn how to build that business. How long will it take for you to invest $399 in this business and turn a profit? It's called a week. You just gave me the formula, right? A week. Set up 4 people, you've made a profit, which means your business is more profitable than a McDonald's.
Yes,
because it's not how much money you earn.
It's much money you
It's
keep.
how much profit you earn. And that's the problem with this business. A lot of people, it's too cheap. You should raise the price of $50,000. Now we'll see people build this business. Because they'll make a decision to build a business, right? And they'll do whatever it takes. That's the challenge with network marketing. It's too inexpensive, so people don't look at it as a business. So step 1, you have to define, you have to know why you're here and where you're going. So what's the reason? I want you to get a piece of paper out really quick. I want you to write down 2 reasons why you're in this business. Not necessarily goals yet. We're going to talk about that in a second, but I want you to write down why you're in this business. I know why I'm in this business. I have a big dream. I want to build community centers. I have a project I'm putting together called ICANN worldwide. It's a big project I've been working on for a long time. But I have some very specific reasons why I'm building this business. But the question is, do you? And it can't just be money. It can't just be because I want to make a lot of money. What does that mean? What does that mean specifically? And then if it is money, if it has something to do with money, what are you going to do with the money? Once you get the money, what specifically are you going to do with it? I want you to write down 2 answers to that question. Why are you in this business? Why did you join ShopBest? When you're done, just look up. I like to mess with people when they sleep, but I won't. We're going to have fun. Okay. So first, why question is, after you understand why you're here, where you're going. So I want you to do a real simple exercise. You're going to finish this at home, but where are you going in this business in the next 12 months? I want you to write down specifically what you intend on accomplishing in the next 12 months in this business. What specifically do you intend on it? Not what you'd like to accomplish. What you're willing to put the effort behind to accomplish. And there's a big difference. Some people say, I'd like to make $10,000 a month. Oh, okay, well, how many days a week are you going to work? Oh, I can't. I'm doing this. I can't do a lot. See, there's a big difference, disconnect. It's not so much what you'd like to earn or what you'd hope to earn. What is that you intend on doing? What effort are you willing to put behind to accomplish whatever you wrote on that paper? Very important that you make that distinction between the two. So, what specifically do you intend on accomplishing between now and the end of the year? Now, of course, because of time, I want you to go home and you need to think about this question. Because I'm going to tell you, this is one of the biggest reasons why people quit network marketing. They quit this industry. Because they don't have a big enough dream. How to build this business is very simple. Just giving you the instructions on how to do it. How to do it is easy. If that's the case, if it's so simple, how come no one does? How come most of the people don't? How come everyone's written down like this? I can which works with the business. Because they don't have a big enough why. See, if your why is big enough, the how becomes simple. How to build a business is easy. That's why I'm not going to do for a lot of it. I'm going to give you a few things on how as well to add on what you're talking about. But how is very simple to build a business. Why to build a business is the difference. So I want you to finish that homework when you get home. I show hands. Who's willing to finish that when you get home? Okay, got that, Tim, right? Everybody said they're willing to finish it. Very important. I'm sorry, got it on camera too, that's right. So we're going to take you, send it to you. Okay, step one. That's step one. Is know why you're here and where you're going. Step two. Is you got to make some commitments. When you join a business, you have to make a commitment to the business. But not only making commitments is important, you also need to be committed. See, there's a difference between a commitment and being committed. How many people made a New Year's resolution? Everybody make, by show of hands, everybody make some New Year's resolutions? How many are still doing it? A couple of you. Good, that's awesome. But most people don't. See, because most people make a commitment. I'm going to do this. I'm going to lose weight. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that, right? But then they're not committed to the commitment they make. There's a difference between making a commitment and being committed. Big difference. So, you got to make some commitments. And I'll give you a few things that you got to be committed to. One of them is you got to be committed to coming to every major event. And you'll understand why by the time I'm done. But a major event. This is a major event. And I'm sure the company's going to offer many other major events. We're going to hold a big major event in California, not long from now. So there's going to be major events. You want to be committed, no matter where it is in the country, that you're going to attend every major event. The company has a big major event somewhere, we're going to be there if we can. If for some reason life takes over and we just can't do it, but I'm committed to being at every major event in the company. So that's one thing you got to do, make sure you make that commitment. But some other things you want to make a commitment to, some daily things. You got to have a commitment of your daily activities. Daily activities. We'll talk about some of those daily activities in a moment. But you got to look at your schedule because we all have jobs, we all have lives, we all do different things. So you got to look at your schedule and say, okay, on Monday I can work this many hours. On Tuesday I can work this many hours. On Wednesday I can do this. On Thursday I can do that. Friday I can't do anything. But you have to look at your schedule and schedule your business. Yeah. Yep. What doesn't get scheduled doesn't get done. I'm going to write that down. What doesn't get scheduled doesn't get done. What's the opposite of that? What gets scheduled gets done. Usually, not always,